What's up, YouTube? This is ZW, the Orange Ranger, making my first video on this channel. If y'all seen the other video, the New Ranger, y'all should know I was making this channel. And yeah, I'm here to talk to you about my favorite season of Power Ranger. This is my thoughts on Power Ranger Lost Galaxy. First of all, I want to talk about the theme song. I find it being one of the most coolest and somewhat creative of all the Power Ranger theme songs. It was extremely cool and catchy. But I'm not gonna sing it because I don't sing that well. So yeah. Second of all, I want to talk about the team. You got Leo, the Red Ranger. You got Kai, he was the Blue Ranger. You got Damon, the Green Ranger. You got Maya, the very sexy Yellow Ranger. And you got Kendricks, the Pink Ranger. And that was the main 5 Lost Galaxy Rangers. I also want to talk about the story a little bit. I know it kind of sounds like a review, but it's not a review. Just talking about the story for those who don't know it. Apparently, some things happened on Earth, and people went in the space colony. That's where we have our main character. You know, he's from Earth, Leo, the Red Ranger. You know, the main. He goes and sneaks aboard the colony ship. That's where we see the Blue and Pink Ranger also, and the Red Ranger's older brother Mike, as they work for the, I guess the defenders of it or something. I'm not really sure. But so they get on the ship and stuff, and they find out that there are creatures from another world. They're insect-based creatures, and they have attacked this whole nother planet called Marinoid. It kind of looks like Earth. It's up like really green, and that's the home of Maya, the Yellow Ranger, as I said. And it seems on her planet was a legend of these 5 swords trapped in stones, kind of like Excalibur with King Arthur, Civil Travel, and that's the main source of the Power Rangers' power, which I found being pretty cool because the last 6 seasons of Power Ranger, they mostly depended on Zordon to give them their power and you know, be their mentor and stuff. But as most people know, Power Ranger in space, Zordon died, so good can, I guess, rule over the universe and stuff. So there was no Zordon, so they had to think of something. So they was like, oh, well, we got these swords trapped in these stones, and you take the swords out and, you know, you got your power. Now, one problem I had with the show was the fact that Leo did not pull the red, what they call Quasar Sabers. He did not pull out the red Quasar Saber. His brother Mike did. And then Lost Galaxy decided to take a different approach and want to get a little harder than other Power Rangers, and supposedly killed off Mike, giving Leo his sword. But apparently they had bigger plans for Mike, because he came back later on. His spirit was trapped inside this powerful alien-based warrior named the Madden the Defender. And well, we're gonna talk about him a little bit later. Let's get back to the main team and their quest and their journey to discover the Lost Galaxy, as they call it. Let's see. The enemies, as I said before, they're not machines. They're insect-based creatures. Well, the foot soldiers are called Stingwingers. They kind of look like bees combined with another kind of bug. They fly. And let's see, the main villain of the story. His name was what was his name? Oh man, I know it's sad. That's my favorite season. I can't even think of his name. But his daughter, Trakina, she wound up taking over after he died because he got betrayed. But I like Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. I like the theme of it, the fact that they're in space, but it's still like a wild jungle based thing because their Megazords were animals. They called them the Galactabeasts, and it had a very wild type feel to it for it to have been another space based Power Rangers. And they even had a battleizer, which was actually given to them by a very unlikely source, and that was Karone. And if anyone remembers, Karone was actually astronomer in Power Rangers in space, and they apparently had big plans for her too, because it's like I said earlier, this Power Ranger tried to take itself seriously, so the Pink Ranger Kendrix actually got killed off, and then they needed someone else to take her place, so Karone was there, and she took the Pink Quasar Saber, and she became the temporary Pink Ranger until the end, where somehow Karone came back, although she died, so I'm not really sure how that happened. But, this is Power Rangers. I guess Saban was like, oh, we can't just keep her dead. It'll scare the children. We can't have upset children because, they made Power Rangers so big. But yeah, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy was an extremely good season. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it because it's a really good Power Ranger season, especially following up after Power Rangers in Space, because Power Rangers in Space is arguably the best season of Power Ranger, next to Mighty Morphin, I guess. But yeah, that's all the time I have for you, because I'm the Orange Ranger, and I gotta go save the world. So, peace.